Hello, Donna D'Angelo from the Institute of Christ Consciousness. This is another installment in the video series called The Correcting Time. Over the course of this video series, I've been talking about what this correcting time period in our evolution of our consciousness is all about. I would encourage you to go back and listen to a few of the other videos so that you can reorient yourself to this information. Last time I talked about mass awakening that is underway. And today I'd like to share some perspectives on the great outworking of what is on its way out. We are part of a vast system of planets, suns, stars, galaxies, nebula. And our planet is not the only planet in all creation with intelligent life. Our world has participated in a deviation from the divine plan of evolution. This was first started on our world about 250,000 years ago. And it has impacted how we have evolved our social institutions in a way that has deviated from God's plans of love, peace, harmony, and fairness and equality for all life here. Evolution is a bumpy process, and it's even much more difficult when the mindset on a planet works against the divine plan instead of with it. And this is what we are outworking now. This is part of the mass awakening. It's like we have these thoughts and concepts that have attachments to our energy system. They attach to us in a way that is beyond our physical senses, yet we can perceive this through the gift or the quality of intuition. Intuition is a divine gift to help us recognize what is true, to help us perceive through the eyes of faith that which is real and aligned in divine principles of life, love, truth, goodness, and beauty. Now, on our world, we have been working in a climate of great self-centeredness. For example, feeling that we are as individuals do not have to answer to any other authority, or that we are not beholden to the greater good or the greater whole. Now, I am not singling out any one individual. This has been a pervasive mindset, and I do believe that it impacts everybody in diverse ways and to various degrees. The more we grow spiritually, the more we come out of this self-centered, or some people call it the ego mind, and recognize our intrinsic relationship to the whole. Now, in this time of great mass awakening, the great outworking is the detachment from the belief systems that have spawned this culture of self-centeredness, greed, anger, war, poverty, illness. These are all ways in which we have been deviated by this self-centered mindset. Now, it would take some time to go into specific detail, going through each social institution, how this deviant self-centered mindset has impacted our evolution. And I will be doing this in a webcast format over the next few weeks, and I'll be developing that soon. Now, this will be a free webinar for people to join to get more detail about what happened on this world and why we are now in this period of mass awakening and great outworking. Now, the mass awakening is not just happening by human volition or by human design. There is a plan put in place by our divine mother and father, who are our universe parents, who have come to develop this new agenda, if you will, to help our planet get back on its evolutionary trajectory in alignment with divine principles of life. This is something that will take more and more time, many years, for it to reach its full fruition of blossoming, culminating into a planetary culture where we're basically living lives like heaven on earth. This is a big thing, and as I said, it will take time. And so in this new webinar series, The Great Outworking and The Great Mass Awakening, I'll be talking more in detail about how our social institutions are changing based on those individuals who have awakened to the call of spirit within and are ready to participate in growing a new cultural system on our planet where the principles of freedom, equality, fairness, justice are not just words, but they are actual driving forces of our cultural evolution. We have the ability to co-create this world along with celestial and divine guidance. We have an unseen cadre of helpers here to assist us. And one of the ways we can facilitate more participation is to pay attention and listen within to the guidance that is what you might consider to be whispered in our ears by our heavenly helpers. We are all in this together, which has become kind of like a catchphrase now because of the virus that we're going through. But we are in a participatory universe, and all life is contributing to the greater whole. Even that part that is deviant, we are moving in the direction to outwork this deviation in our way of perceiving our reality. So know that this is on purpose, what is happening right now, and that this is a massive, massive time of change where people are now beginning to recognize that something just doesn't feel quite right, and that the intuitive capacity or abilities are starting to spark new ideas and information. And if everyone was awakened and listening to their own divine purpose and plans, we could heal this world almost overnight. But it is a process, and each individual has the choice whether or not to awaken. But the more of us that do, and the more of us that participate in the great outworking by choosing faith over fear, love over animosity, peace over conflict, then we are participating in the great outworking, and we detach ourselves more and more from those mindsets that have bred so many insidious cultural and social evils. So I hope that you will join me, and I'll be putting out an announcement very soon. This will be a series, so we can go more in depth and answer your questions that are on your heart and mind about what is happening on our world at this time. Thank you so much. It's been such a privilege to do these videos and to help you orient yourself. So please make use of them. That's what they're here for. And I hope that you will join me on Zoom in the near future as we discuss the Great Awakening and the Great Outworking. God bless you, and bye-bye for now.